Did you know that approximately 70% of professionals globally do believe that public speaking is a key factor when it comes to career advancement? This is because mastering this skill can definitely open new doors and opportunities and even enhance your leadership potential as a professional. Whether you are presenting during meetings, or you're just pitching an idea, or you are networking during those industry events, the ability to just be able to communicate effectively can definitely set you apart from your peers. And that is why in this video today, I will be sharing with us 5 steps when it comes to mastering public speaking, of course, with the goal of boosting your career success. So let us dive into it. Step number 1 is knowing your audience. This is one of the key pillars to public speaking or persuasive communication. I always say, and I keep telling professionals, that a presentation that speaks directly to your audience concerns or interests is always far more impactful than just a generic presentation or speech. So it is important to be able to understand who your audience are, what are their needs, what are their interests, what is their expectation. This is very crucial for you because when it comes to delivering a successful presentation, getting to understand the makeup of the audience you will be speaking to or presenting to, even if it is during those boardroom meetings, is very important. Are you speaking to experts, technical team? Are you speaking to corporate executives? Are you speaking just to the general public? It is very important for you to get to understand the makeup of your audience. Most importantly, what are their expectations? That will help you to be able to tailor your speech or your presentation for them so that they find the topic that you are handling to be addressing their needs. Step number 2, and this is a game changer when it comes to mastering public speaking for career success in an official formal setting, is structuring your message. Whether you're presenting in a meeting, you are pitching an idea, you are delivering a PowerPoint presentation, structure is everything. And this cuts across whether it is a prepared speech or presentation or it is an impromptu. Structure is everything. Have a clear structure because an organized presentation or speech makes it easier even for the listeners or the audience to be able to follow your ideas and retain the information or the message that you are conveying to them. Of course, a structure when it comes to public speaking or presentation is made up of an introduction, a body, and a call to action, or what we refer to as a conclusion. In case you're wondering, what does these 3 entail? An introduction is just like an attention grabber. By the time you take up the stage or you stand to deliver the speech, the presentation, or to pitch your idea, there is where you're getting the audience from. So you need to capture their attention from the word go so that they prepare to listen to what you have to say. And that is the purpose of the introduction. You're basically inviting the audience, grabbing their attention and their focus to what you are just about to share or to deliver to them. And of course, the body normally highlights the main points in the message that you want to convey across. So with the body, you just have to ensure that the points or the details in your speech or in your presentation are well structured with supported points or arguments. Then lastly, the call to action or the conclusion. What is it now that you want your audience or your listeners to be able to do? Do you want them to feel inspired? Do you want them to feel educated? Do you want to inform them of something? Is your goal to entertain them? So what is the call to action after listening to you? What do you want them to be able to do? So a clear structure should always have an introduction, body, and a conclusion. And even if it is an impromptu, maybe we get to discuss this in another video, you'll realize that there is a structure to it. Within that 1 minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes that you've been given the opportunity to say something, there is a structure for you to be able to communicate with an impact and to persuade your listeners. Another important factor or step to consider when it comes to mastering public speaking for your career success is to practice, and practice. Mastering public speaking skills is all about practice, and this is something that I cannot overemphasize even in this video. Practice is very essential in building not only your confidence, but also refining your delivery techniques, because the more familiar you are with the subject, the topic of discussion, the materials, the more comfortable definitely you will feel during the presentation or during the delivery. So practice not only helps you to identify as a speaker or the presenter the areas that you need to improve on. For example, if you speak very fast, it is only through practice that you'll be able to learn or master how to pace yourself. Practice will help you to also identify areas where you need to expound on, to be more clear, and it even allows you as the speaker or the presenter to ensure that your message is flowing very smoothly. So how do you get to practice? We keep telling professionals, anyone who wants to master public speaking, number one, practice in front of a mirror. Make the mirror to be your best friend when it comes to practicing with the goal of perfecting your public speaking skills. And even as you practice before a mirror, observe your body language, the facial expression, the gestures, how you use your gestures, your hands, how you use your eye contact. Your facial expression is very important. And apart from just practicing using a mirror, you may even want to record yourself and listen to that recording later on. As you listen to the recording, pay attention to your voice, the tonal variation, how high, how low, the pace. Very important as you review your performance as far as public speaking and delivery is concerned. You may even want to consider practicing before a small group. Gather a small group. This could be your friends, your peers, your colleagues in the office, your juniors. This could even be your family members, and present before them. And as you present, ask them to give you honest feedback on the key areas that, of course, they feel you need to improve on. I believe this will come in handy for you when it comes to mastering public speaking, especially for your career success, because now when you get back to the office, during those meetings, you are able to pitch, to voice out your ideas more confidently and more comfortably. So step number 4, as a key factor to consider when it comes to mastering public speaking skills for your career success, is the use of visual aids effectively. This is very important because the main goal an aid or a visual aid serves is to enhance your speech or your presentation by making anything that the audience feels is a bit complex for them, bringing clarity and more accessible for them to be able to understand. So even as a speaker or a presenter, whichever choice of an aid that you select to be using, just ensure that it is an aid that is well designed with the goal of retention and allowing your audience also to be able to just remember the key information in the message that you're conveying more effectively. So always ensure that any kind of visual aid that you're using, it is relevant to the subject or the topic you're discussing. It is simple and easy to understand or even to use, and it is consistent. This is very important because in a formal space, in a workplace environment, most presenters always use PowerPoint. PowerPoint in itself is an aid to the message that you are conveying. So you have to ensure that every visual aid directly supports your message, and you have used images, photos, diagrams, infographics that are relevant, that complements the content or the message that you are conveying to your audience for easy understanding. Lastly, the final step is seeking feedback and improvement. This is very important as far as your success when it comes to mastering public speaking is concerned. Why is it important to seek for feedback and even areas of improvement? Because you are able to hone your public speaking capabilities based on the feedback that you're getting. And here I always say, focus on constructive feedback, because what constructive feedback does is that it highlights aspects of the speech or the presentation that you may not have noticed, and this helps you to become more effective communicator. So as a speaker, as a professional that is looking to master their public speaking skills, you need to adopt a mindset that is focused on growth. This is very important. That is the only way you will be able to take in the constructive feedback and work towards improving on the areas that are a bit challenging to you when it comes to public speaking. So as we wrap up this video, it is very important for us to take into consideration the 5 steps that I have highlighted, and I do believe this will come in handy for you when it comes to mastering public speaking for your career success. Feel free to subscribe to this channel, share with us in the comment section how public speaking skill has come in handy for you in your career success, the areas you'd want us to discuss in our upcoming videos with regards to public speaking, and we'll be keen to ensure that we tackle them. Thank you so much for watching.